Welcome to Secrets of the Stars, where we explore the ancient knowledge of astrology, decode your unique blueprint, and unveil how the wisdom of the sky contributes to your life. I'm your host, Abby Lutis, astrologer, mentor, and sky guide. It's time to embark on a cosmic adventure of self-discovery and understanding why you are the way you are. Let's dive in. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Secrets of the Stars. I'm excited to be back for another episode, and this episode I'm going to be talking all about solar returns because I just had one. I have recently returned back from a 6-day tour on the Larapinta, and I have a few days off before my final tour here for the season. And today is my birthday, 6th of August. Although this year my solar return was on the 5th of August. So astrologically speaking, it was yesterday. So I don't have any set plans for today. Sometimes I like to plan great things or fun things or extravagant things to do for my birthday. But today I just wanted to see where the day goes and lean into the things that I love doing and the things that are feeling good for me in the moment. So I actually have planned a bit of a treat for myself at the end of October. However, I'm going on a retreat, so I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be on the east coast of Australia, and I know it's going to be so relaxing, but also quite game changing. So that is my birthday gift to myself. At the moment, I am starting to prepare for a bit of movement, and I have some travel coming up in the next month. And this is right on cue with my astrology as we move into Virgo season at the end of the month. So I think that's kind of fun as well. I'm going to be heading to the East Coast for the World Masters Surf Lifesaving Competition. And then I'm going to be heading over to the West Coast, and I'm going to be exploring Perth. And that's where I plan to stay for the summer. So that's a little bit of an update on where I've been, what I've been doing, and what's happening in my life. I want to let you know that I'm still open for readings, even though I am tour guiding. So if you want to take a deep dive into your personal chart, or if you want to look at your solar return chart, like what I'll be discussing today, or if you just want to further understand yourself a little bit more, your uniqueness, your brilliance, your superpowers, come and book a reading with me. Anyway, let's jump into this episode where I'm going to be talking all about solar returns, aka birthdays. So a solar return occurs every year when the sun returns to the same part in the chart as where it was when you were born. So what I find really interesting about solar returns is that sometimes they can occur on either the day before or the day of, or the day after your actual birthday, your dated birthday. Now that might just blow your mind, so I'm just going to repeat that again. Your solar return can either happen on the day before, the day of, or the day after your actual dated birthday. So I'll give you an example. I was born on the 6th of August at 13 degrees Leo and 24 minutes. However, this year, when I cast my chart for my solar return, which is when the sun is returning to 13 degrees Leo, 24 minutes, my solar return falls on the 5th of August. All right. So that's the day before my official dated birthday. So I guess it also depends on where in the world you are. And if you're in your birth location or not. This year I'm not at my birth location, so I put in the new location for that solar return chart, and that can change things as well. But even if I had been in the place where I was born, my official solar return would have still fallen on the 5th of August. So I find that really interesting, and it's got to do with the amount of days and the way that the sun moves around us, or I should actually say how we move around the sun. But this is how it falls. So what is a solar return? What are they all about? I actually believe, and I like to say, and I personally know from my experience, it's one of the most powerful days of your year. And this is because the sun is returning, or in astrology, we like to say it's making a conjunction to your natal sun. It's returning to that exact same point when you were born. And conjunctions in astrology are one of the most, if not the most powerful alignments, aspects, transits that can happen. And if you listen to episode 37 a few weeks ago, I started my planet series, and you'll know that the sun represents your spirit. It's your vital force, your life battery energy. It's who you are. It's not your body, it's not your mind, it's who you are beneath all of that, your spirit. I think that this is especially true in terms of the power and the energy when we look at astrology from a medical astrology standpoint. It's a great day for vital health. It's a great day to be high in energy. It's very, very powerful. And of course, there are some exceptions to the rule, and it really depends on what else is going on with the planets and how things are hitting your personal natal chart. So I'll give you an example. On my 32nd birthday, I was in Vegas, and I'd gone down to Vegas for 2 conventions. One was a roller derby convention, and the second was for a health and wellness convention. So I was switching over. I'd been there for probably about 5 or 6 days already, which is almost enough time if you have been to Vegas. It's really all you need. And so maybe this is why I was not having such an incredible birthday. Anyway, so I was in Vegas and it was my birthday, and prior to leaving Canada, which was where I was living at the time, I had a bit of a fight with my boyfriend at the time, and we kind of had left on bad terms. And what actually unfolded was the day of my birthday, I was receiving all these beautiful messages, and I received a really strange message from him. And I was kind of like, this is strange. This is not the type of message that your boyfriend would send you on your birthday. So then there I was trying to get in contact with him from the United States, calling back to Canada. And I ended up spending a fair chunk of my evening on the phone to him, and realizing that we had actually broken up during that time. And so during this time, I was rooming with a whole bunch of people that I didn't know. They'd gone down to dinner, and there I was trying to resolve this issue with my now ex-boyfriend. Anyway, as I went down, finally finished the conversation, I went down to find my newfound friends for dinner, and they'd all finished because I'd been on the phone for about an hour working out what the hell was going on. And I ended up just sitting in this terrible all-you-can-eat buffet. I don't even know if you call it a restaurant, for dinner. It was just the most horrible, lonely time that I had to spend on my birthday. And of course, the friends that I was with, they didn't know that it was my birthday, but there I was sitting all alone, trying to celebrate my birthday, having just realized that I'd actually just separated from my boyfriend. So when I looked at my chart, I saw that Saturn, the planet of challenge and tension, was making a conjunction to my Mars energy, my passion, my get up and go. So there in my natal chart, along with what was going on in the moment, there was this really challenging situation. The planet Pluto was also making a conjunction to my ascendant, another significant point. Now, Pluto is the planet of transformation, death and rebirth, all those things coming up from the bottom, from the depths to be worked out. Well, that was certainly what was happening. Now, Pluto making a conjunction to your ascendant is, not everyone will experience that transit in their lifetime. So for me, it certainly was a transformative experience and happening on my birthday. Anyway, you can cast a chart to gain an understanding of the upcoming energies of your birthday year. So essentially, it's the energy of that solar return date. The energy of that day is said to be underpinning energy for your entire year. And it's important to look at this in relation to your personal natal chart to see exactly where it's playing out for you. What planets are speaking to what other planets, which houses they're in, and where is it significant? Because the birth chart is the stronger of the two. If we have a solar return chart cast on our birthday, ultimately our birth date, our birth chart, our natal chart, I use those interchangeably, is going to be the stronger of your two because it is your blueprint, essentially. Now, this is also on your solar return. It is also the time where your Time Lord changes. I have yet to do an episode on the Time Lord, which I think I'm going to have to put in pretty soon because I always talk about it. The Time Lord is essentially your VIP planet for the year, the one that you want to watch, the one that is having the most impact on your year. And your Time Lord planet will change on your birthday. You'll also enter a new annual perfection year, and that sort of tells you what themes you're going to be dealing with and what things are going to be in the focus and in the forefront. So that is really cool when it comes to the astrology and the energy of your birthday, of your solar return day. So what can you do with all of this energy? Because, there is a lot to do. First of all, I want to say it is so important, I believe, to celebrate you. Now, I know a lot of people don't like celebrating their birthday or making a fuss, and I get it. It is completely fine. And I have had those times too. I've been in situations where it's my birthday, or I don't tell people that it's my birthday when, perhaps they're just new friends that I've met, or I'm in a new situation, or I just don't want to make a fuss. However, I just think it is the one day where your energy is strong, and it's a great day to focus and channel that energy back onto yourself. And, I like to say it's your life after all. We have to be focusing on ourselves so we can improve and be the best version and live at the best, highest timeline for ourselves. And this is just a great day to do that. All the energies around it will support you. It's often a day where you will find that you'll be connecting with your loved ones, you'll be receiving messages, phone calls, spending time with your friends and family. Not always, I might add, but quite often, it's a day where people are thinking of you or they've remembered this special day for you. So they're celebrating you. What else is really cool and what I've been realizing is that many places, and this is a beautiful way to celebrate you, but if you have signed up to an email list, you might find that they will send you vouchers or discounts, or you might get a free coffee or $20 off your next order. So that's kind of fun. It's almost like this day where everyone else is celebrating you, your special day. You're kind of on the pedestal. Now, you don't have to have a raging party, or you don't even have to tell everyone or even anyone, but just dedicate it to you. Do something for yourself. I remember, as an example where I didn't sort of tell anyone that it was my birthday, aside from this day, this 32nd birthday in Vegas, I have a bit of a more positive experience. I remember this one was my 29th birthday. I was in Buenos Aires, and I'd probably only been there for about 2 weeks. And in that time, I'd collected a few friends from all over the world from the hostel that I was staying on. And they just so happened to decide that they were going to have this really big picnic in the park, and we were going to have empanadas and cake and have this massive celebration. Anyway, we were out partying the night before, and I just could not hold my tongue any longer. I said to one of my good friends that I'd met, I said, it's actually 10 minutes until my birthday. And sure enough, we then ended up celebrating my birthday, and living out the little picnic party was just such an incredible way to celebrate. And it was just such a beautiful manifestation of a time where no one even knew. We didn't really plan it, but it was just exactly how things unfolded. Now, obviously, I am a Leo, and Leos can have a big focus on self. And this is why I have that viewpoint, because I do carry that Leo spirit quite strongly. I have that energy that wants to focus on self, that understanding of worthiness, and that ability to connect with that strong sense of self and have the confidence to do so. But I also understand that that astrology is powerful, and I can understand the astrology around solar returns, that sun making a conjunction with your natal sun. It only happens once a year on your birthday, on your solar return. So I understand the significance of it and how truly powerful it is. So what else can you do? What else can you do to celebrate and enhance this beautiful energy that is coming in on your solar return? Well, if you're a lover of astrology, which I'm guessing you are, you can have a reading. You can get natal chart reading, or even more powerfully, you can get a reading to look at your solar return chart, which is something I do in my birthday readings. You can look at the transits that are coming up for the year ahead. You can understand your Time Lord and the annual perfected house and the energies that are going to be significant for you in that birthday year. It's such a powerful practice. I'm actually having a reading in a couple of days' time. This one's a little different because I am on the move. I am going to have my first astrocartography reading. So I'm going to be looking at astrology in conjunction with my personal map of the world and where all my lines fall. So, where is going to be a good place to move and shake and travel and all that sort of thing. I have never had this type of reading before, but it's extremely fascinating to me and something that I'm actually looking at doing a little bit more study into. Some other rituals that you can do is I have this beautiful ritual which I learned from an incredible teacher where you can make a water tincture. Now, this actually stems from medical astrology, making a water tincture that is embodying the water, the sun, the solar energy of your day by setting out tub of water. I'm losing my words here, but Mercury is just stationed retrograde, so I'm kind of amazed that I've made it this far without having any fumbles. Anyway, back to this water tincture. Essentially, what you can do is you can set up an altar. So you can put all your favorite things, or maybe some things that represent the energy that you want to call in for the year. And then you can find a beautiful glass bowl and fill it with water. Set this all out in the sun and let it permeate with the energy of the day, the energy of the sun, your strongest day of the year. And then you can bottle it all up. Now, I have the little recipe in my birthday readings extras that you get when you sign up for a birthday reading. So you can bottle that all up and you can use that birthday water throughout the year. You can spray it in your mouth and it's like a little pick-me-up, like a little boost of this powerful energy that you have coming to you on your birthday. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can go on a 12-day birthday quest. It's like a celebration. I learned of this concept a few months ago, which is really, really cool. And essentially what you're doing is resetting your natal chart. And you go on this birthday quest over 12 days to do something that is relative every day in succession to the houses in your chart. And whatever that house is representing, you do something on that day to pay attention to that house, to reset it, to activate it essentially. And that is said to reset the energies of your chart. You can also return to your birth town, and that is also said to reset the chart, reset the energies in your natal chart. And so if things are feeling a little out of funk and you haven't been back to that place in a while, that might be a really cool thing to do. Anyway, I just want to leave you with something really powerful that happened on this solar return for me. And just to give you an indication of just how things can really be so powerful. And it just is like, I love all the astrology of this example. So yesterday when I was realizing that it was my solar return, I actually only just cast the chart to figure out when the actual time was. I recognized that it was going to be at around 5:45 in the evening of the 5th. And I was also at the time going through a little ritual that I've set up for myself to just do an overview of my finances, which I do every month. And I was actually looking at my cryptocurrency and my NFTs, and I have NFTs in mind that I wanted to purchase. Anyway, so I log on to have a look at what is happening in the land of cryptocurrency and realize that it is the exact time that the stock market has just plummeted, okay? So everything is really down, really low. And this is, on a side note, quite interesting because this is something that is said to happen, or that can happen. I shouldn't say always does. No financial advice that I'm giving here, but the very little knowledge that I have of financial astrology shows that when Mercury stations retrograde or stations direct, this can be a significant change in the stock market. And that is what had happened yesterday when I went on. And I had been putting away some money for some cryptocurrency, for these NFTs that I wanted to purchase. And I just thought, wow, this is the perfect time. All Ethereum had gone through the floor, essentially. So it meant that I was going to be able to buy more for less. And so I cashed in and went and bought my beautiful NFT, which was so incredibly beautiful and empowering. And I just felt so excited and happy. And it was just so interesting how that all played out kind of by chance on that solar return day, and everything just fell into place. So I thought that was a really beautiful gift that the universe gave to me on this incredibly powerful day where the sun returns to the same part in your chart, or in my chart in this occasion. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode all about solar returns, and I know I've thrown in a number of personal examples, so hopefully that's been interesting for you. If you're looking for a birthday reading, it's something that I do offer. I offer them live over Zoom. I do audio birthday readings, and I essentially am looking at the solar return chart for your year and interpreting that in relation to your personal chart. I look at any significant transits coming up for the year and also talk about the Time Lord and your most significant planet for that birthday year that you're heading into. So it is really a wonderful thing that you can do for yourself on your birthday. So if you'd like to do that, you can find all the details in my show notes. And if you're really wanting to step up and expand your understanding of yourself and feel empowered, then come and learn astrology with me in Starlit. It's my personal development course where you will learn how to use astrology to understand and thrive with the energies that you naturally embody. There are 9 modules, and this self-paced course is just so empowering, and you can gain access to it right now because it is running self-paced. Later in the year, I'm going to be running a live round, and if you join now, you will get access to that live round. So you can find all the details and links in my show notes. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and found it insightful, and I hope you have picked up something that you can use on your next solar return. Remember, if you're interested in booking a reading with me, you can go to my website or the links in my show notes. And until next time, keep shining bright. Thank you for joining me on this cosmic journey of self-discovery. If you have enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and share it with someone who you think would love it. keep exploring the secrets of the stars, and remember, the universe has woven a unique story just for you. Until next time, keep shining bright.